What's up YouTube, it's JackalGoldKick, and in this video I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the rapper Denace. So how I found the rapper Denace was, this was back in the 2010s, maybe around 2013 or 2014. A lot of his songs and music were re-uploaded under Eminem's name because he does sound similar to Eminem and he does get compared to Eminem a lot. And that's how I found Denace. It was a song called, I think it was like Eminem Say Goodbye or something like that, when it's really Denace's song Farewell. And that's what I first heard somewhere in the 2010, like I said, 2013 or 2014. When I first heard it, I thought it was Eminem. I'm like, damn, Eminem's voice sounds a lot different now. You know, he's getting older, his voice sounds a lot different. But after looking further into it, I found out it was a rapper named Denace. And then I started looking into his music, and since then became a fan of Denace. And I am a fan of him as a rapper. I do think he makes good music, and I do think that he's talented, and I think he should be famous by now. You know, when it comes to the Eminem hate stuff, when he gets compared to Eminem, or people calling him Eminem wannabe, or people saying he sucks because of the Eminem thing, I just think the whole thing is stupid. You know, I don't care if he's similar to Eminem, because Denace is a good rapper, he makes good songs, he's relatable, and plus Eminem is a good rapper and he has a good style. So why would you not want a rapper that's similar to that? And why would you not want more similar stuff to what Eminem does? And plus, if you listen to Denace long enough and you listen to a lot of his songs and then you compare and listen to Eminem stuff, you can tell the difference between the two. But Denace is a dope rapper. You know, when I found him, I listened to him like crazy in the 2010s. Checked out his albums, a lot of his songs. My favorite album of his is probably New Beginnings, because I listened to that one the most in the 2010s. I really did. I have a memory where I remember I got to a fight at school, was suspended for like 2 weeks, came back, and I was listening to New Beginnings by Denace while I was playing Dynasty Warriors 8. I used to listen to a lot of Denace while playing Dynasty Warriors 8. I think also Warriors Rochi 3 as well, in the 2010s. The Gift and the Curse LP is a good album too. I haven't revisited the Dead End EP. I know I reviewed that album. I remember it being a good album. I just couldn't relate to it because I had never been in a relationship yet, and it's like a love song album, but there's a lot of good songs on there, to be fair. I haven't heard the entirety of the final chapter, honestly. I haven't. I remember hearing most or all of the pre-EP, but that has a lot of dope songs on it. Some of my favorite songs by Denace would be like, I like Fuck With Me. That's a really good song. I like the chorus on there. I like the rapping on there. I like the beat on there a lot. I think it's a dope ass song, one of my favorites. I also love Losing My Mind. That's another one of my favorites by Denace. I used to listen to that shit all the time back in the day. I love the piano type beat on it. I love the chorus. Denace's rapping is really good in the song. Good relationship type song. That song is great. I also love the No song. That's a good song about dealing with life struggles and the bullshit in life, and I can relate to that song. That's a really good song as well. Like the beat on there, like the rapping, and I like the lyrics. That's another good one. I also like Call Up the Sergeant. That's another pretty cool song by him. Cool beat, cool rapping, cool chorus. I like that one. I also like his remix to Asher Roth's I Love College song, but his version is I Hate Nonsense. That's a pretty good remix. I like that one as well. Good rapping and stuff like that. Broken is another really good one by him. I like the music video and the extended version too. It's a really good song. I like what Denace raps about in there, about his addictions and stuff. And then Spencer E7's in the song rapping as from a friend, you know, friend point of view. The music video for that was really cool. I like that song a lot. That's definitely one of his best, and I relate to that. Some other songs I really like by Denace. I like I Don't Know. That's another really good song by Denace. I like the beat on there. I like the rapping. I like the chorus. That's a dope song too. I also like Assassin. That's another really good song. It's got some good production, good rapping, good lyrics, and, you know, good flow. Down the Court is really good as well. That's an outstanding song. Denace does so well on that song rapping wise. He should have won that Funk Volume contest because he went off on that song. Like I haven't heard all the contest entries, but I feel like he should have won that, honestly. And some of his diss tracks are pretty good. Like I like his diss track to Hobson called Queer Freestyle. That's a pretty good diss. The diss him and Spencer did at the game called Pull the Plug, that was pretty good as well. Some other songs I like by Denace a lot. Never Leave Me Alone. That's another really good song. It's about like fake friends. I love that song. It's another one of my favorites. I love the chorus on there. I like the rapping on there, the lyrics. That's another really good song, another one of my favorites. Some other songs I like by Denace. So Cold is dope. So Cold is great. One of his best. You know, great beat, great rapping, great chorus. Farewell is another great song by him, good love song by him, great rapping, beat and hook, and I like his delivery on a lot of that song and the emotion he brings in his voice. She Got Me is another good song from the New Beginnings LP. That's another good song as well. Great chorus, great rapping, great beat, outstanding track. And you know, I think one of the things I think sets him apart from Eminem is I feel like Denace can make songs that you could hear on the radio, like songs like She Got Me or Drinking About You. I feel like Eminem couldn't make songs like that successfully and execute it well. I just don't think he could. Whereas I feel like Denace, he can make songs like Drinking About You or She Got Me, and I feel like those kind of songs would do really well and fit on the radio. And I don't know why Denace hasn't really gotten famous like that. I just think it's bullshit, honestly, because the guy's a good rapper. He's got tons of great music. He's got some good albums. He can rap really well. You can relate to him, and he's just a great artist overall, and he deserves to be famous, you know. Some other songs that I really like by Denace, some other ones that are some of my favorites. I'm trying to think of some other ones I really like by Denace. What's another one? I Had with Deco. Him and Deco, the song I Had, that's really dope. I love the chorus on there by Deco, really smooth type chorus. Reminds me of like the Slim Shady LP days by Eminem. I like the rapping on there and the beat, and the lyrics are really good as well. I like that song a lot. Can I Kick It's pretty cool too. That's a good one. I like the rapping on there. I also like Waiting in Line, where he raps about fame and wanting to make it and stuff like that. That's a pretty good track. No Lies, that's another great song by Denace. Good love song, relationship type track. That's an amazing song right there. And he had a lot of, you know, We Are Young, Mr. President. That's another amazing song by Denace. Great song about politics and his criticism of Barack Obama. You know, that was a really good song. You know, I think it was political rap done right and done well, you know, and I really liked his take on that. I thought it was really good. And I also like his newer version of Blue, where he samples the Blue on Blue song. That's great as well. Like the rapping and lyrics in that song. I also like Hiding From Me. That's a different type of style he went for. That was a really good song, catchy, really good song, good beat and stuff, good rapping and singing. I feel like that could fit on the radio too. You know, I feel like that's another good song and another one that could fit on the radio. Some other songs I really like by him. We All Have Dreams. That's another dope song. I love the beat on there. I like the chorus. I like the rapping. I like the lyrics. That's another solid track by Denace. Some other songs I really enjoy by Denace would be, what are some other songs? Emma. Emma is one of his best songs. Emma is one of Denace's best songs ever. It's a great storytelling song about this girl named Emma who he details what happens to her when she's growing up and her getting into drugs and stuff like that. Very sad song, but a really good storytelling song. It has just a fantastic beat, great chorus, and just great rapping from Denace and good lyrics. And that's just a really good storytelling song. Change the Road was another good one about school shooting. It was like from the point of view of like a rich kid and then like a poor kid. Dedication's another dope ass song that Denace did, where he's rapping about, you know, that stuff that happens on the streets and the blocks, and, you know, life struggles and shit like that, and the bad parts of life. And, you know, that was a really good song. I love Dedication. Good chorus, good rapping, good beat. Repent Thy Sins, that's another dope song by Denace. Has like this cool demon type feel to it with like the voice he does in the chorus. That's a dope song, Repent Thy Sins. Good rapping, good beat, good chorus. Another good song by Denace is Have You Lost. That's a really good track. Very emotional type song about, you know, you lose loved ones and how you deal with the grief of that. That's a really good sad song. Really good rapping, really good chorus. I love the beat on that track as well. It gives me that really 2000s rap type feel. I just really like the beat on that one. And then a lot of his snippets are dope. Even the songs he doesn't finish are dope. There's a lot of snippets I wish he would finish, like Care for Opinions and Psycho Cop and Blood, Middle of a Riddle, Did a Lot, I'm Sorry, what else? Fight for Your Rights, Fire Dance, Dead and Gone. He's got so many good he's got so many good snippet songs and good unfinished tracks, and I really wish he would finish a lot of those songs. He's also got some good music videos. The music video for No Lies is really good. Music video for Waiting in Line is pretty good. The music video for Broken is really good as well. And, you know, even some of his like personal videos are good, like the Are You Ready episode 1. You know, you get to see him talk about what he does with the rap and some behind the scenes stuff. There's like a vlog where he talks about who he is called I Am Nasty. Some of his freestyle stuff is good. Like there's a video called Denace Live Freestyles, and Denace got his first big break in terms of, you know, getting a lot of attention and fans back in like the late 2000s, or this was 2010 or the late 2000s, somewhere around there. Denace released a remix to Eminem's song The Warning, and he dissed Soulja Boy, and the song's called Die Already, and that was the first time that they took something from Denace and clickbaited it as Eminem, and they called it Eminem Soulja Boy diss, and that's what started getting Denace a lot of views. And that kept happening a lot with Denace's stuff. They would rename it to Eminem, and it kind of worked in a way because it gave him a lot of attention, but maybe that's what gave him some of the negative hate he gets from the whole Eminem thing. But as I stated earlier, I think the whole Eminem thing is stupid. So what if he's similar to Eminem? He's a good rapper, you could relate to him, and at least he's similar to a good rapper. And if you like Eminem and like his style, why would you be opposed to a rapper who's similar to it? Makes no sense to me. Plus, there's other rappers out there that sound like a lot of other rappers, and there's ones that have blew up and made it that are similar to other rappers. But yet Denace can't get famous or get known because of the Eminem thing, or that's what it seems like. Even he may have stated himself. I just think it's stupid, you know? But yeah, that's where he got his first big break, was the Die Already thing. And that he has some great disses on Soulja Boy. That one and some of the other ones he did, like Iron Man and Die Already Part 2. Those were good disses on Soulja Boy. And Eminem, I don't know if Eminem himself wrote that tweet, because I don't know who runs his Twitter account, but Eminem actually tweeted about Denace's Die Already. He said, Die Already sounds like me, but it really ain't me. And that's just crazy that he tweeted about Denace. If I had to guess, I do think Eminem probably knows who Denace is based on that tweet, based on the fact that big YouTubers like No Life Shaq, which Eminem watches, has reacted to Denace and Spencer's diss tracks towards like Nick Cannon and MGK. And also the fact that I've heard Denace mention before, like in the song Will Nots, that's another really good song. I like that one as well. He mentioned like working with M's people, but he messed it up, something like that. So I would say Eminem probably does know who he is. He was born in Greece, I think, so he is Greek, but his home place is Chicago. That's his home place. That's where he's from, like that, is Chicago, but he's also been to Ypsilanti, Michigan. But overall, you know, I could talk about more and more songs, but, you know, I think I listed a decent amount of songs I like from Denace, you know, and I think I said enough about his music. I could go on and talk about more and more songs, but I think you get the point, and I think I mentioned good enough amount of songs. So, and you know, when it comes to his albums, like I said, I haven't heard a lot of them in a while, because I listened to Denace a whole lot more back in the day. I had this huge phase of listening to him. I've been listening to him recently again. Just sometimes with artists, you listen to a lot of artists for a while, and then you take a break from them, and then you come back to them. That's all it really was. And also because, I will mention briefly, I did have some kind of like feud and issues and beef with Denace and then his friend Dispensary 7, but all that stuff was in the past. I was able to make amends with both of them on their social media, so we're all cool now. All that stuff's water under the bridge, but that stuff kind of made me stop listening to him and following him and Spencer for a bit, just because of the beef and personal feud. I don't want to get into that because it'll make this video even longer, but we're cool now, and he's great at what he does. And I think if you haven't heard of Denace, or if you haven't checked out his music, you should definitely check him out. Fuck the whole Eminem shit that he gets, because he's a good rapper, he's relatable, he makes good music, and he's solid overall, and he deserves to be famous. It's not, I don't see the problem with him being similar to Eminem, you know, especially if you're an Eminem fan. Why would you not want something similar? Plus, there's other rappers that are similar to other rappers, so why is it wrong for Denace to be similar to Eminem? And plus, like Denace said in his one video, you know, there's a lot of people that sound similar. You know, Eminem, you know, Denace was saying from where he comes from, you know, some white people have a similar way of speaking, similar tone of voice. I mean, fuck, there's even some YouTubers that sound like Hollywood actors. There's a few YouTubers I know that sound like this or that Hollywood actor, you know? So I think the whole Eminem thing is stupid, and I think the hate he gets for the Eminem thing is dumb. One more thing I want to mention in this video about my thoughts on Denace is I related to him a lot in the 2010s, you know, with him getting bullied. You know, when I was dealing with mental health issues, he had a lot of good songs for that. But as I've gotten older, battling my addiction and trying to get off of it, and dealing with the problems in life, and dealing with, you know, not being financially the best, and dealing with mental health issues, Denace has become even more relatable nowadays, and relatable on a whole new level, you know, really relatable. Like, you know, the addiction problems, I can relate to him. Songs like Find My Peace, which I like that one. or Love and Drugs, I can relate to a song like that, or the song like Broken, or his various other songs that touches on addiction or mental health or being broke. Like, I can relate to a lot of that stuff now that I've gotten older. So I can relate to Denace even more now that I'm older to a lot of his songs. So that's my overall thoughts on Denace. If you want to look into Denace and check him out, I would say start with like some of his best songs. Like, I recommend checking out Broken, So Cold, Farewell, Fuck With Me, Losing My Mind, I Had, She Got Me, We Are Young, Mr. President, Emma. You know, check out some of those songs, No Lies. Those are some of his best to check out. Oh yeah, another good song by him that I forgot to mention was, oh yeah, one more song I really love by Denace. The song I'm Crazy. Just the 1 minute song I'm Crazy. I love that song. Good horrorcore type song, cool chorus, great rapping, great beat, great lyrics. Leaders with Deco, that's another great song by Denace. Very distinctive beat, really catchy, cool chorus, really good rapping, really good lyrics. And one of the songs where you don't really get reminded of Eminem, you know? So, you know, there are differences between him and Eminem. And he does have a lot of other songs as well, besides Leaders, where it's not exactly similar to Eminem. I mean, Denace made a whole love song album, a whole album about love songs, which is something Eminem's never done. Look At, that's another great song by Denace. Love the production on it, the rapping and chorus on there is great. It's got such a unique beat, you know, That Guy. That's another great song. His voice is really cool the way he does it on that song. That's got good rapping, good beat, good lyrics as well, good flow. I Want My Money Back, I haven't heard in full, but I've heard songs off of it. So the songs I've heard off of it most likely shows it's a good mixtape. Remember the pre-EP being pretty good and having some good stuff on it as well. So that's really all I got to say overall, my thoughts on Denace. If you know who Denace is, let me know what you think of him. If you haven't heard of him, or if you haven't heard of his music, I recommend him. Check him out. He's a great rapper, makes great music. You can relate to him. He can rap really well. He has some pretty good music videos. He's got pretty good albums. He's got great music. And he's just overall a great rapper, you know? And I definitely recommend him. And I think he deserves to be a lot more famous. So, yeah, I'm glad I was able to finally make this video, because I've known about Denace for a very long time. I know about Denace for years and years. Knew about him since around 2013 or 2014. I knew about Denace for a long time. So it was about time that I made a video talking about Denace and me giving my thoughts on him as a rapper. So I finally did that. That's all I got to say in this video. Peace. One more thing that I forgot to mention in this My Thoughts on Denace video, just one more thing I wanted to mention. Another thing I relate to when it comes to Denace's music, especially now that I've gotten older, is I've been going almost 10 years with this YouTube channel, trying to get it bigger as much as possible. And I feel like I should be a lot bigger than I am, trying to make it on YouTube, have more success. And Denace has always wanted to make it and have, you know, be famous with his rap music to get more successful. And a lot of his songs where he, you know, is frustrated with it and talks about it, whether it's Waiting in Line or Assassin, or mentioning, you know, wanting to make it in the Are You Ready vlog, or, you know, mentioning wanting to be famous in the song Famous, or other songs I'm forgetting. I relate to that a lot, because, you know, it helps to know that I'm not the only one that's wanting to make some kind of success or something out of a career. Like, even though he's a rapper and I'm a YouTuber, I can still relate to that. So that's another thing I relate to. Oh yeah, another good song by him is Famous. Famous is a great song. That's a great storytelling track about him being with a girl, him rapping about wanting to be famous and saying, you know, I can make our life better and this and that, but it has like a really sad ending. That's a good storytelling song. Love Famous. Love the chorus on there. It's got good rap and good lyrics, good storytelling type track. That's another solid, really solid song by Denace. But yeah, just a few extra things I wanted to add to this video. But that's all I got to say when it comes to my thoughts on Denace. He's a dope rapper. He makes really good music. He's got a lot of great songs, good music videos, good albums. You can relate to him. And he definitely should be a lot more famous. And I think he's dope overall. And fuck the hate he gets about the whole Eminem thing. I always found it stupid, in my opinion. That's all I got to say in this video. Peace. Sorry I keep adding parts to this video. I'm OCD, so I have a tendency to feel like things are not perfect or they're missing pieces. So a few more things something else I want to say about Denace, I think makes him a good rapper and a good artist, is he's got a lot of range, you know? Like, he can do just some lyrical type songs. He can do love songs. He can do songs about addiction. He can do storytelling songs. He can do horrorcore rap songs. He can do love relationship type songs. He could do songs about wanting to make it and be famous, you know. So he's got a lot of range when it comes to his topic variety and what he talks about and raps about in his music. So yeah, that was just something extra I wanted to say. But that's really it for this video. These are my thoughts overall on the rapper Denace. Shout out to Denace. Go subscribe to him and check out his music. Link in the description to his channel. That's all I gotta say in this video. Peace.